I think it's the person, like depending on what art piece it is. I've been personally moved by some art pieces, whereas my friends have not. So I think it's really your own story and how you're able to connect with the piece.
Do you think there are similarities in Jewish and Latino art?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay. Are there stereotypes behind Jewish and Latino art? Like, what's the difference, do you think?
I don't think there's, I don't know. I guess the way it's composed.
Do you believe you can capture culture in an art piece?
Yeah, sorta. It's
Like, can you explain how?
well, from like a particular person's like art style, you can sort of determine like how they were raised or like how they think of things.
How much do you think Latino art or Jewish art has impacted our society?
Well, I mean, yeah, because like, you know, like there's all the art from like the Aztec Empire and like the ancient civilization. There's a lot of arts from those cultures that contributed to like today's society and pop culture and stuff.
Do you believe Latino art and Jewish art have impacted our culture today in modern society?
Definitely.
Can you explain?
Well, I mean, think about all the Latino artists that you learn about all through art. Like, there's so many Latino artists. Like Frida, how do you say her name?
Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo.
But do you know any Jewish artists?
Honestly, not really, and I wish I did know more.
Actually, now you say that, Fernando Botero is a very famous Colombian, and like, I don't know, he'll draw like families.
So how do you think culture impacts art?
I think that struggles within culture, as well as advances in culture, promote artistic influence, because most people, when they create, are absorbing the world around them and create in response to what's happening in their culture. I think about certain art, I think of more folk art or traditional art. I definitely Latino. If you think about Diego Rivera, he impacted with his murals and political statements.
What are you painting right now?
I'm painting a painting from Diego Rivera. I can understand this painting's connection between a person and nature.
Do you know any Jewish artists?
Well, not realizing that they were Jewish, and after answering the question earlier, I did a little Google search and I found out that a lot of the artists that I enjoy, Sol LeWitt, Marc Chagall, Modigliani, are all Jewish artists.
My goal of filming was to see the whole span of what Jewish people knew about Hispanic traditions. So I went to New York, where there was a whole big Jewish convention, and I interviewed everyone from all over the world to see if they knew anything about Jewish and Hispanic traditions and their similarities and differences.
I usually celebrate it with family because my family's mostly religious, my intermediate family, but then a lot of my family isn't, but the ones that aren't still come and make an effort.
I celebrate the holidays usually by like going to my grandma's house and hanging out with my cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and just usually having like a great dinner.
For like Passover, and usually in most families the girls start to light candles before, like for our Sabbath at 3 years old, but we start when we become bat mitzvahed, so that's like a really interesting type of tradition. My dad's from South Africa and my mom's from Israel. So it's like we have like a little bit of change of like we don't eat American food that often on Shabbos. Like my mom makes Moroccan and Yemenite type of food because that's what she grew up with.
Traditional foods we usually eat are like matzo ball soup, brisket, chicken, steamed vegetables, you know, classic Jew food.
Well, my family, we have some different traditions because we're originally from Russia, but a lot of my family lives in Israel, so some of our traditions are, Sephardi. So we kind of switch it up from time to time, on Pesach, makes it easier. We eat kitniot when we want to.
I know quinceañera. I have been to one. One of my close friends is actually in one. You're celebrating the growth of a woman, like basically becoming into your womanhood, and that's exactly what a bat mitzvah is.
Some Hispanic foods they could eat could be like arroz con pollo or arroz con habichuelas.
In my family's traditions, our ethnicity is Mexican. For us, during Christmas time, we make tamales, pozole, tostadas, and other food if we want to, but usually those are like the typical ones we get.
Así bien batidita la manteca, ya se le pone la masa, la maceta para hacer los tamales, ya se revuelve. Se le pone jitomate con un chilito. Y ya se van agregando así. Mole. Este es una hora, ¿no? Bueno, este es de mole, este es de raja, este es verde.
La otra olla no, ¿verdad?
Okay, I'm here with Paul. Paul, what do you know about Hispanic cuisine?
Spanish cuisine. Well, not a whole lot. I know that it's good. I love paella. I love seafood paella.
What can you tell us about Portuguese cuisine?
Portuguese cuisine is cuisine with can be Italian, can be French, can be Spanish.
Okay, we're here at Muddy Waters with Mikey and Katie. Guys, what's the first thing that comes to your head when you hear Jewish cuisine?
I guess I just think of for some reason, different kinds of bread come to mind.
Action. My name is Deja. We're gonna make some challah bread. Yeast is so powerful because before it wasn't like doughy like this, and right when we put the yeast in, we saw bubbles and this formed. So now I'm kneading it, right? So I think we messed up a little bit, so we're adding more flour in it. We wish Ariana was here. We miss you. Yeah, we kind of need you. We don't know how to do this. We are rolling the dough into ropes so we can braid it up to let it cook. Okay, now we're braiding the bread. Oh, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to bring this one over here. Oh, yeah. Anyways.
made bread. Careful.
Yep.
We made bread.
3 hours.
We made bread.
Okay, so we put the bread back in for like another 10 minutes because it wasn't as brown as we thought it should be. And now it's done. We didn't burn the bottom, so that's good. So yeah, I think we made bread. Pretty. I'm proud of the little braid stay in. That was cute.
I tried.
Our goal was to see what people knew about Hispanic cuisine and Jewish cuisine, and seeing like what the stereotypical foods were that they knew when we brought it up to them, and to basically build a bridge between both the two cultures to see, hey, maybe this is kind of the same thing.
What I want people to take away from this is that there are stereotypes and there are predetermined things we think about another person's culture, but through videos like this, through just informing yourself and knowing more about other people's culture, we create a society that's more about equality and just not being ignorant about other people's cultures and ideals and aspects of everything about their lives. It creates less hatred and more of a knowledgeable society.
I want people to learn that there are many other people in the world, and that even though we may all be different, we may celebrate traditions similarly, even if we have different cultures.
In the Hispanic communities, it isn't like only one single culture. There's like a lot of different cultures that make the Hispanic community. It's not just, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. It's not like one single thing. It's many ethnicities. Each of them have their own like little customs and food that they eat during the holidays and all of that.
I want others to learn that it's okay to go out of your comfort zone and try these different foods and learn about these different cultures, because coming from me, who isn't a part of either of these cultures, I learned a lot. And I think that if people would open their minds up a little bit more than to just what they're used